Just in case you have any further heroics in mind, let me leave you with this. You shall soon see what develops.
Today on the channel, we're looking at the retro card Zartan figure on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
Hey out there, action figure fans, Way I Got It Figured. Back with another I.Joe classified review. This time, we're looking at the retro card Walmart exclusive Zartan figure. I picked this figure up. Actually, I got it from my buddy Phil at Crossfire Collectibles. He had an extra one, so I snagged it. I did not pre-order it when it came up. I did pre-order Storm Shadow though, and he'll be coming very soon on the channel as well. I decided to kick it off with Zartan. Something about the colors just popped for me. They appealed to me, so I wanted to get him out and check him out. So as we said at the top of the video, we'll see what develops. So Zartan is in his retro card back. This one is a pretty good card, all things considered. I wouldn't necessarily call it mint, but it's definitely better than what you've seen on the internet of people getting their Zartan figures or Storm Shadow figures or whatever from Walmart in the mail. And you know, at this point I just laugh at those people because they just don't seem to understand Walmart. They just don't. If you get a figure that is some kind of way mint from Walmart, then you should just consider yourself extremely lucky, or the packaging was really good. So in the case of the packaging being really good, last year I got the retro card Lizard figure. They sent it in like a bag, in like one of those little bubble mailers. But when I took the figure out, it was fine. However, it was the packaging that really did that. The retro card Lizard was on a really thick cardstock, which they have not adopted for I.Joe Classified, and we don't really know why. I'm sure it's to cut costs, but I mean, they probably should do that. You know, the whys and wherefores of that are for another video. Right now we're going to get into Zartan. So of course we'll go over the package, get the figure out, check out his accessories. We'll compare him to the Master of Disguise version of Zartan. That's the version of Zartan that I have in my collection, besides this one. And then we'll get some final thoughts. So starting with the packaging, we have Zartan and on his card back. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty decent picture. Probably could be a little better, but I don't know. You know, it's okay. It works if you were to keep this guy on the card. And inside we can see Zartan with his various accessories in his figure stand. Then on his back we've got the cross cell and the ultra truncated file card, and I will go over that in English really quickly so you can pause it if you like. I.Joe.com, which is showing right here, it's actually currently down. They might be redesigning it or something, I don't know, but right now you cannot access I.Joe.com. So there's your package. We're gonna get Zartan out and you know, check him out. All right, so we've got Zartan out of the package and on the turntable with his accessories, as we like to do. Wanted to give you the full 360 view of him. This Zartan is evocative of the animated series colors. His outfit is colored right off of the G.I. Joe cartoon. Zartan first showed up on the Revenge of Cobra, and then appeared all the way to the end of the Marvel Productions run. So his accessories, of course, are all here, and additionally, of course, he comes with this figure stand. Here's his backpack, which this part's been painted. The other ones are flat black. Here's his weird knife, which also has been painted. Comes with his approximation of the sort of laser pistol that Zartan came with in 1984. His disguised face mask, which looks a lot like the one from 1984, but also kind of looks like Gung Ho. Don't know if it's supposed to be Gung Ho. And of course, he's got his hood. So getting a little closer look up at Zartan. We got the gray highlights on his boots, right from the cartoon. He's got his belt, which I don't know why it's not it looks like a horned skull. Doesn't look like a Dreadnought logo. His eyes are that deep green color like on the show. And he's looking pretty good. So I definitely like this figure for the colors. I thought that I would just definitively have my Master of Disguise Zartan as the avatar of Zartan in my collection. I've seen a few videos where people have discussed perhaps making an ultimate Zartan out of all of them, and maybe, but I kind of like I like them for themselves, so I'm probably not going to go that far, but it's an intriguing idea. And I do like what they did with the belt, because I think on the other two it's like a square or whatever. You know, this time it's just the skull is painted. That's kind of cool. I'm not going to go into the articulation. Standard G.I. Joe classified articulation, and I already went over the articulation on the Master of Disguise Zartan figure. So I'm going to get him a little bit more presentable, and we'll do a comparison of him and Master of Disguise Zartan.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
I should note that the inside of his backpack is painted. There are painted options, items inside the backpack. That's pretty cool. So there you go.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so we've got our Zartans together, Master of Disguise version, and of course retro card version. So you can see he's got the painted knife, whereas the Master of Disguise version does not. But really what we want to look at is the color highlights. So you can see the all black boots instead of grays, and the leg armors, I guess we can call them, being different colors. There's the differently painted belt buckle on this one, and his chest armor is, I don't know, a little more anime, if you will. You've got some paint apps back here on what is, you know, otherwise an identical figure. Obviously this one has the palette skin tone because it changes colors when you put it in the freezer. This one has no such ability. You have to use your imaginations. But it is nice. By looking at both of them, you can see, you know, it helps you recognize little weird small paint job applications that they have done on this one, where they didn't do it on this one. The straps are totally black, but here they put some highlights on them. So very good job all around. And the one you like the best is really going to come down to, you know, honestly, just your visual preference. I like them both. It's hard to decide which one I like better of the two. There you go. All right, final thoughts on Retro Card Zartan. Obviously this figure was well anticipated, sold out on Hasbro Pulse, sold out on Walmart. People are still waiting for them to show up in actual Walmarts, on the East Coast anyway. And you know, the copy I got was great. There's no paint flaws or anything like that. I'm not going to grade the figure on just simply my copy, but you know, but he's pretty much all that in a bag of chips. I was gonna skip him, but I do love Zartan. He's probably one of my top 10 G.I. Joe characters, you know, regardless of good or bad. And I think he's fine. I think he's great. Certainly no plastic weirdness and everything like that, which we've been kind of getting with some of the figures. I don't know what I gave Master of Disguise. I might have given him a 9, I might have given him a 10. I'm gonna give Retro Card Zartan a 9. I'm not gonna give him a 10 because he's just a repaint of the Zartans that we already got. So other than that, there is nothing I couldn't say about this one that I couldn't say about the other ones in terms of how great he is. And honestly, you know, the paint job, even though it's evocative of the cartoon, it still just kind of has a pop to it. It just pops a little bit. So you know, maybe one day I'll display Master Disguise. Another day I'll switch out the Retro Card. I don't know, but that's where I'm going to leave it. All right, guys. G.I. Joe. It is still G.I. Joe June as I record this video, and the month rolls on. Got plenty more G.I. Joe content coming your way, along with some other things as well. If you're new to the channel, please just consider subscribing. Like the video, leave a comment. What's your experience with this figure, with this mold? Did you get the Retro Card version? How do you feel about Retro Card? How do you feel about Walmart exclusives? Whatever you want to talk about. I engage with all of my comments. So if you are already a subscriber, thanks so much for continuing to support the videos. And I do have more coming. Till then, everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.